Animal wall. A whimsical heron, sometimes a songbird, sometimes in human form, she dips in and out of tales old and new, 50 steps around Cardiff Castle, where one spring, for the first time, the wandering soul feels a sense of belonging. The city. After the peas are cold, after morning service, after the loiterers are gone, St. John sniffs the city stalls. Sprat and turbot at Market's gate, figs and fennel in autumn mist, waft of Cornwall, 10 feet tall. Evening falls on red-cheeked Adam, Jamie, Anne-Marie, as they drink dry the skull of Glyndŵr, clutching their little red books. Old Owain, under the cover in a mass sprawl, gawks at an oval, 80,000 growl. Here I saw Gareth Edwards, hands in pocket, sniffing cinnamon, walk past the Christmas stall. The storm. Past the American king, burgers devoured under the barrister's chamber. Enter the arcade, then turn left. 50 steps north stands the wall where in a gale I first met Annabel. That night my brolly protested in feeble fight, bowed in respect inside out. A lost Anna, bell grey heron, soaring above the Nile, dunking Geneva, steaming Thames. A short haul after, in the dead of night, she screamed on the banks of the Taff. Over a cuppa astride me, I pinned to a bed. Then she flapped. Of all the castles she had seen, from Bushy to Brecon, never had she seen an animal war. The castle. Damp seeps through the fort of Taff, where the water drips. The visitor strays, shadows run day and night. In centuries fossilized, towers eke saints, Tylo, Iltud Canna. To the low hills west, the castle grout, in the dark, curates rot. North wall brambles, the magnolia shed. Swallows stir, squirrels sue, a pink-white quilt. Magpies descend, inspect patterns, feast on succulent worms, observe as corvids do in watchful nods. The animals. Priscilla Pelican lost her eyes, eyes that once glinted, morning to coal. On her wall mutter the raccoon, the beaver, the vulture and the wolf. The lynx shakes head, washes up seal, snorts dry anteater. A heron, daubed in grime, stills the animal wall. The young. Life on walls, a mode parched in hot summer thirst. School breaks, when summer swarms upon the teenage leaf. Bewitched fragrant weed next to twisted dreams. Armies of St. John, virgins for St. Mary. Baffled monks at Greyfriars, Blackfriars, grope Molly, Charlie, Mandy. The sky sings late in the dark, a hymn to sobriety in nightjar prayer. The old. By the wall pictures bereave the lonely man who once was a boy. The night love spooning, moonbeams now so quiet, pat the coat-tails of old Captain Morgan. The stream. Steps to the north past the moat, a path held in metal strips, stones crushed, sprinkled on gravel. To the side is a foot-deep brook. In tiny steps, the papa dips his toes, runs down water, stirs mud. Wild mushrooms, yellow, pink, sun-drenched, soaks doggo splash. The longing. Off the steps, the metal strips, the old path that laced morning trysts. Daisies held back footsteps, the chancer, pleasure seeker. Man and dog, woman and mog. Dandelions look over the side where dance the Royal Welsh. Bergman, Harold Arlen, Hoagie Carmichael, and with them sings Annabel. What are you doing the rest of your life? North and south and east and west of your life. I have only one request of your life, that you spend it all with me. Her voice soaring above the bridge, wood croaking, spinning spokes. The path of man staring down late April, a wild garlic bloom across the bank. The Rhapsody. Under a giant leaf, the last note sung wakes heron, coos goodbye in her green-eyed smile. To the mute swans, sweet glide above the notes of longing, over the arched lay bridge where the moat stream hides in ventricles of moss, the castle streets, queens, the paths of butte, gleaming Altaluso, the coot and lotus stream. There, in the shade of the hunched tree by the canal unknown, rests Annabel, in love. When Zephyr rides late in spring, the mist turns mizzle, murmurs a toad, enraptured flies cling to heron. There, in the canal green, springs new life, to sit upon the castle wall, animal wall.